Test, test. All right. I think I got audio. Yeah, appears to be working. Um, all right, we're just going to be doing a regular run-of-the-mill flight with the exception of the landing. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a Cat 3 landing or an RMP RNAV landing. It's mainly because of the this layer here. So I might choose to go for a Cat 3 auto land. We'll see if that remains the same when we get to Portland. That's our destination, but the wind's calm. And our departing airport here at Tri-Cities, wind calm, no clouds. So just an overcast layer there. Where's PSC? Here we go. Tri-Cities. So no real weather to concern ourselves with, so that's fine. Do United Virtual today. Search our flights here. So what is this? PSC Pasco to Portland. See what's available. Nothing. So we'll go with a charter. PSC Portland A320. And we are to depart, say 1945-ish. All right, got that set up. So don't think this airport is CBDLC capable. Nope, so we just have to do voice clearance today. So we're going to be using, since we're flying on Pilot Edge, using real world um, frequencies as published. So I'm going to plan 30 to departure. So clearance and delivery is this, ground control and tower. We park down here at the terminal, so it should be a quick hop to 30, as long as it's not closed or whatever. Otherwise, we'll plan 2-1 right. Tri-Cities departure is just a vector. Always read your notes. Climb assigned heading, vector to assign route fixed, maintain 10,000 or assign lower. Expect cleared altitude 5 minutes. We're flying 220 flight level. And altimeter is above standard, so 180 is available if we wanted it, but we're going to do 220. So it's just going to be takeoff radar vectors to Pasco, Victor 520, and then Klickitat. I think that's Klickitat VOR. And we're going to join the Hood 4 from Yentl. So if we got to descend via before we reach Yentl, we'll have to slow to 270. We got to be above 13,000 feet. Cross Hood between 9 and 15,000 at 250 knots. You can see this is a continuation. And more than likely, we're going to be doing this transition, which is east transition. So the last waypoint is Dut, at which point, if we're going to do an ILS, we'll plan 278 heading after we depart there. Otherwise, if the weather stays how it is, we could attempt this RMP approach. Actually, no, because that's So the decision altitude for this RMP is 400 radar, which is AGL, and this is showing 500 AGL. So it would be tight, but we may give it a whirl, and if we can't get in on that, then we can do the auto land on 10 right. But this is 10 left, which makes it easier for parking, and it's a full approach from Sissel. So once we reach Sissel, we don't have to worry about Yorkie anymore. It would just be a full approach, initial approach fix, and we'll follow it in like that. So we'll plan RNAV Zulu 10 left from Sissel, and if the weather gets lower ceiling or whatever, then we'll do this Cat 3 10 right, which has an RVR 300 feet. So that's basically runway distance that you can visibly see is 300 feet down the runway. So as long as it's not worse than that, we can use that. And I want to use the RMP so we can land on 10 left, exit here or here, and taxi back to the Echo gates. Otherwise, if we land on the Cat 3 ILS Autoland, then we'll have to taxi all the way around to here. So that is it in a nutshell. Let's see what we're looking at. Actually, let's do 30. Oh, that's fine. We'll do 183 passengers. 3015. And 30 is not there, but it doesn't say it's closed, so we can request it. Doesn't mean we'll get it, but we can request it. And they are landing east. Looks like they're doing ILS approaches, so we'll see how that pans out. Download that from my weather. We'll come here and we'll follow the IFR flight plan. Doing United 1399. No kidding, right? A320, except it's a Neo, so you add the N, slant Lima for your equipment suffix. Flight level 220. We're going to leave this unchecked since we're not CBDLC capable at this airport. And Seattle is our backup. Flight plan is accurate. So file. Flight plan's on file. And yeah. We'll say 22,000. And we'll kick that up in a little bit. All right, over to the aircraft. Start the Adair. IRS, INS, whatever you want to call it. I just fly these things. I don't know all the technical stuff behind it. This is my custom paint job, by the way. My call sign on there. I paid some guy to make this for me. This is actually off my old custom motorcycle. If you like the paint job, hit the thumbs up and or leave a comment in the comments. I do read comments, so all good there. Plus, I think the more interaction on the channel, the more my videos will get out there. So the more you guys can do. You guys have been doing great, by the way, of doing the like button and all that. So much appreciated. It keeps me interested in doing these videos. Get my web FMC app on my iPad. Eric is good till 21 Feb. Elevations 410. We'll need that to check with the altimeter. I don't think there's any gate information on this. No. Just go with sky vectors. Alright, we're gonna go in it, and we are at PSC, going to Portland. Put in our call sign right there, IRS in it. And Tri-Cities GPS is 461588.88, so it's close enough. So we're gonna do in 119.714. All right, so we're gonna match that up. So bring that down to match. We'll go to the other side. All right, 4615.6, 1969, align on reference, confirm, bam, done. Okay, what's next? Turn off our batteries and we'll make sure that they charge correctly. Got the arrows and the amps are going down, so all good there. Engine oil 17. Hydro levels with the arrows are full, so good to go there. Let's get this APU fired up. Make sure bleeds work. environment, APU is available. So we'll go ahead and tell the ground crew we're going to be disconnecting external so we don't electrocute anyone. Transfers over, and we can remove the ground power unit. And to help with fuel balancing, since APU is drawing, keeps everything balanced for our takeoff with the fuel, especially if you're going to be sitting here a while. I'd say clearance is 120, 0, and 0.8. And let's come over here. Grab our ATIS. Pod Edge ATIS information Charlie. Temperature 630, 14 is the current altimeter. Okay. Temperature is 6. Temperature 6. There we go. And the altimeter is 3014. Lower that down. Elevation here is 410, so we're right on the money. It's good to go.
Your 6 November Alpha, have you in sight, runway 25, clear to land, wind variable 5.
Clear to land, runway 25, Warrior 56 November Alpha.
Call in my clearance. Before I do that, let me bring over the weather file that I downloaded. Okay. Afternoon, Tri-Cities clearance, United 1399 at the terminal with Charlie, IFR, Portland. See if we get what we filed. That's why you don't ever say as filed.
Clearance, clear to Portland Airport, Tri-Cities 7 departure, vectors Pasco VOR, then is filed. Maintain 10,000. And squawk 3467.
Clear to Portland via Tri-City 7 departure, radar vectors Pasco, then as filed, maintain 10,000 and squawk 3467, United 1399.
Okay, 1399, read back corrected.
Right, so you may be noticing that he didn't give us a departure frequency. So if they don't give you a frequency at your clearance, then you just use whatever the published departure frequency is. In this case, it is going to be Spokane, and we're heading west, so it'll be 12875 be our departure frequency. We're going to ground, and tower is 135.3. Alright, so we are set there. Got what we filed. So we're going to come over here. And we're going to do flight init. And then that will load everything from SimBrief. I'm going to renew my SimBrief report just so I can get the proper.
Warrior 6, November Alpha, stay on my frequency, taxi to the ramp via Alpha.
Taxi to the ramp via Alpha will stay with you, Warrior 56, November Alpha.
.306.15. Tropa is 324, so it's pretty close. And negative 34. It's actually negative 35. So do that. And then we'll do flight plan, departure, plan 30. There's no SID. And there is, but it's just a vector SID. Actually, I'm curious if the 21 right has a SID now. So departure 30, no SID. Insert. So our first waypoint is Pasco, and then we're gonna plan the RNAV 10. Actually, yeah. All right. So RNAV 10 right Zulu, and we are going to be flying on Hood 4, and the first initial approach fix on that approach is Sissel, I think. Yep, Sissel. And we are starting the star from Yentl. Alright, so we got our star, starts at Yentl. Our approach, which starts at Sissel, which is the initial approach fix. Insert, insert. Then put this to plan. Yep, everything looks easy peasy. So we're going to go init, wind, polar winds. 62.7 is our weight. Change thrust to 1000 AGO.
Denver grounding out to 122, coming up on Bravo November with information vector.
200 initial speed. And that approach is 365.
Denver ground verified squawk 5256, transponders on.
5256, yeah, show it on. It was on before, it should be on now.
30.
Yeah, 122, we see it, thanks. With Denver ground again, runway 25, taxi vehicle.
Take off data.
Or 25 via Gulf, United 122.
Alright, so wind is 30 at 3. Temperature 6, that's still accurate. Dry, all that's good. So 139. Insert 139. 44, 47. 47. And we're gonna flex 73. 1F. All right, second PSC. Second and ILS 221 right, we'll insert that. Second perf 3014, temperature 6 and 133, 200 radar. 21 minutes extra fuel after our alternate. All right, we are golden on that. Sorry if I do that too fast. If you have a question or you want me to slow it down next time, just leave a comment. Leave a comment. All right, initial altitude 10,000. Start our, let's see here. Go ahead and start our A cars. Do emergency generator check here. All right, all that is good to go. Did I lock it or unlock it? Okay. Circuit breakers. None of them are tripped.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready. Ground to cockpit. Toes is driving up.
At Denver Tower, United 122 is ready for my 25.
All right, face 21, 21.
Denver Tower. Fly heading 265, runway 25, cleared for takeoff and 250.
Elevation, altimeter is
265
set.
heading, clear for takeoff runway 25, United 122.
Actually, this is in the green, so we can remove the chocks.
All doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Right, fire detection is solid, and we got a, what, 3467 on the squawking. We'll turn on our beacon light.
Tow connected, bypass pin inserted, release parking brake.
I don't think there's anyone behind me. Nope. Be courteous to your neighbors.
Starting pushback, you may start your engines.
United 122, contact departure.
Departure, United 122. Denver departure, United 122 out of 6,600 for 10,000.
United 122, Denver departure, radar contact.
Start engine 1.
Operation complete, set parking brake. Disconnecting tow, stand by.
United 122, turn left heading 220, climb and maintain flight level 230.
220, heading up at 230, United 122.
Tow has been disconnected, bypass pin's been removed, hand signal on the right. See you next time, have a safe flight.
Waiting for the available on the gen here. There we go, got available. Shows generator good. Turn that to normal and go flaps 1 plus F, arm the spoilers.
United 122 on heading 220, join the red table transition.
Join the red table transition for 220 heading, right, United 122.
Get all that ready. And we're gonna trim 0.5. Taxi light. Let's get our ATIS. Information Charlie, still the same.
Got a 122. Radar's indicating you leveled out, verified climbing flight level 230.
Yeah, we're climbing up to 30, just trying to speed up.
Okay. To max, takeoff config check normal. Predictive wind shear to on. Tri-Cities ground, United 1399 at the terminal. Current with Charlie, ready to taxi, and also request runway 30 departure if available.
United 1399, Tri-Cities ground, runway 30, taxi via Delta.
30 via Delta, United 1399. Alright, cabin check. Good. And tower is 135.3, so we'll switch that over there. And we got a departure of 128.75.
Got a 122, contact Denver Center, 133.67.
3367 out of 122.
Tri-Cities Tower, United 1399, hold short 30.
20.
Tri-Cities Tower, United 1399, hold short, runway 30.
1399, Tri-Cities Tower, fly runway heading, runway 30, cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, runway 30, clear for takeoff, United 1399. Alright, so we've got landing lights, strobes, and we'll just turn them on. Clear on final. Trains over there. tracks off. Engine stable. Flex 73, SRS active, and airspeed's alive. V1 rotate. Positive right. Gear coming up.
Yeah, 1399, contact Spokane departure.
Over to departure, United 1399, we'll see you. Spokane departure, United 1399, Tri-City 7, leaving 1,700 or 10,000.
Yeah, 1399, Spokane departure, radar contact, altimeter 3014.
3014, United 1399.
Yeah, 1399, turn left, direct ample, then Victor 520.
Left turn, direct ample, then join Victor 520, United 1399. See what center is usually. It's 121.4.
Yeah, 1399, contact Seattle Center 132.6.
Seattle Center 132.6, United 1399. Seattle Center, United 1399, 7,800, climbing 10,000.
Unit 1399, Seattle Center, climb and maintain flight level 220.
I maintain flight level 220, United 1399. Spoilers are undone, flaps up, ignition normal, cabin pressure is climbing. off, it quiets it down a little. Scattered at 8, so it's actually that overcast layer has actually gone up. It was what, 5, now it's 8, so we're actually in better position to do that RMP approach now than we were before. So good day. What's that information? Hotel. Just gonna write this information down while I'm looking at it. So we got 308 and temperature 7, wind variable at 3. We'll come back to that in a little while. Here in the United States, transition altitude is 18,000, our flight level 180 across the entire country. So we go to standard upon that altitude. Other parts of the world, it could be 5,000, it could be 7,000, it could be like 7,500. It's like, all depends on the airport that you're taking off and landing into. It's all kind of strange. There's only a few flights I ever do overseas. I'm just so used to the United States way of doing this stuff. Mainly because Pilot Edge only covers the United States from the west, or middle of the country west, pretty much the entire country from Denver west. Alright, turn off the seatbelts now. We're almost at our cruise. Alright, it is that time to do some ECAM checks. And elevation at Portland is 31, so that's close enough. Takes into account pressure and temperature and all that stuff too. It's a smart system. Alright, I'm going to pause the recording till we get to our top of descent, or if something exciting happens. So see you in a second. Alright, only thing you guys missed was I changed frequencies. We signed in and he gave us a descent via the Hood 4 East transition, and he gave us the altimeter. So we're going to go to perf, and first off, let me delete this second. And we'll go to perf, and looks like it's 3008, temperature 7 and variable at 3. Let me see what that shows up. On there is that. And then we're going to do second. Portland. Second. ILS 10 right. If I need it, which I don't think I will. Better be from Scapo. Insert. Second perf. 3008. 7. 3. And no, because there's no decision height on a Cat 3. And we're going to go Yentl, wind data, wind request. Okay. Put our lunch tray away. The lowest we can go on the arrival is 5,000. So we'll preset that. Down to 222. Arrival, hood 4. We are starting our descent. So even though I got my descent clearance while I had the recording on pause, I didn't descend right away or anything like that. So once you start your descent, you gotta let them know. Seattle Center, United 1399 is leaving 220.
At 1399, roger.
Approach is sometimes 124, 35. And we are ready on the ATIS when we get that swap. And it's 3008. 18. All right, all that is checked. Sorry about the spinning around. 270 at Yentl. So,
United 1399, contact Portland approach 124.35.
Portland approach 124.35, United 1399. Two, 4, 3, 5, and we'll come over here, bang that out, and still hotel. Portland approach, United 1399, descend via the Hood 4 East transition, leaving 15,600, current with hotel. Request the Arnav Zulu 10 left approach from Sissel.
United 1399, Portland approach, thanks for hotel, expected.
And I can plan on that, United 1399. Alright, Hood, I think it's 250. Yeah, 250, so we'll slow down here in a moment. We'll just go ahead and do it now, that's fine. One thing I messed up on was I should have been 270 crossing over Yentl. It's a little fast, but I didn't catch it in time. No biggie. Cabin rate should be dropping, which it is, 260. And this approach. RMP 30. And 15, looking good. Graphical glitch here, obviously. There we go. Guess it's a sign I need to get a new graphics card, huh?
Yeah, at 122, contact Salt Lake City Center 135.77.
26.9er is usually the final approach controller, so that's the one that we would probably switch to get our actual approach clearance.
Yeah, at 122, Salt Lake City Center, Roger.
Next one is Sadie between 9
United
and 11.
1399 at Sizzle, cleared RNAV, Zulu, runway 10 left approach.
At Sizzle, cleared RNAV Zulu 10 left approach, United 1399. So, since we are cleared to fly the approach, we're going to lower it to the final approach fix of 2000 on the MCP. I only lower it when I'm actually cleared to fly the approach. Otherwise, I leave it at the last altitude on the star. In this case, would have been 5, but we're not even going to make it to there. We're going to start it at Sissel. So we slow into 210. Weather program does a pretty good job with active sky, but you got to use it says active sky here, but I find that it doesn't work that well, so leaving it on automatic works perfectly. So if anyone runs into, because if you put it on the active sky one, you'll get like an overcast layer like 90% of the time, even in clear skies, so it's kind of broken. But this way, it works really well. Eight, 3008. Tower for 10 left is 18.7. And ground is 0.9er. Next approach, climb to 800, then left turn. So 800, climb straight out to 800, then left turn all the way up to 4,400. Direct to battle and hold, continue climb and hold to 44. So come straight out to 800, left turn. Come out here to battle, join the hold, and then we could reattempt the approach, or we could do the ILS if we had to. So that would have been my plan if this, like if I would not have broke out in time, I just would have flown the mist, and then gone here and then requested the ILS approach instead. 3007 now. Temperature is 8. Alright, we're current with India now. It's a good thing to check before you get your approach completed, because just in case there was a weather change, and in this case there was, RMP approaches require heavily on proper altimeter settings. To 18.7.
United 1399, contact tower 118.7.
Portland Tower 118.7, United 13. Portland Tower, United 1399. Established on the RNAV Zulu 10 left approach course.
United 1399, Fort Worth Tower, wind calm, runway 10 left, clear to land.
10 left, clear to land, United 1399. Once we get below our final approach fix at Blazer, I messed up. I put the wrong approach in there, so I'm going to cheat a little bit and manually bring her in. I had the wrong runway.
Yakima ground, Skyhawk 403 Whiskey Hotel, parked at East Ramp, requesting a southwest departure with hotel.
At 403 Whiskey Hotel, Yakima, ground, runway 22, taxi via Bravo.
Runway 22, taxi via Bravo.
I looked at the waypoint. I was like, the waypoint ain't right. But it's alright. I'm visual with the runway, so. Yep. Everybody makes mistakes.
United 1399 Alpha Victor Kilo to the ramp, underground to point 9er. Good day.
Alpha Victor Kilo to parking, monitor ground, point 9er, United 1399. Thanks, we'll see you. Niner. main thing was, you know, I put in the approach wrong. I had the wrong runway, but the initial course was pretty similar between the two. But once I noticed the waypoint wasn't correct, then I knew I had done something wrong. So that's why you just check, double check. You know, and these planes usually in real life would have 2 pilots. So I'm doing all the work with one, so I don't have anyone to cross-check my work. So mistakes like that can be made, which is why it's very important to have, you know, a first officer in the real world, because someone to check your work. I caught it just in time, hopefully before the controller saw that I had messed it up.
Yakima Tower, Skyhawk 403 Whiskey Hotel. I'm ready for departure, runway 22.
Go to 403 Whiskey Hotel Yakima Tower. On course departure is approved. Wind calm, runway.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 22. On course departure approved. 403 Whiskey Hotel. Good day.
And 122, contact LA Center 124.62.
Alright, let's see, before I forget, disconnect from those guys. A-Cars has me at 222. Go ahead and file that. Shows me proper and all. Yeah, so actually I have the proper runway here, but that's how I knew I was messed up, because Blazer wasn't showing up as a waypoint. What did I have? I think I was thinking ILS 10 right, and I just got messed up. So they're both from Sissel, so the entry is the same, except 10 left has a sharper curve, and it ends at Powell's. I mean, this is 10 right. So that's what I was on. And you see it's on this side of the waterway, where this is on this side of the waterway. So, like, he would have had to have had the chart up on his end, because it comes in at an angle to the runway. So that's probably why he didn't notice it, because I actually, right before here, or here rather, is when I diverted and I did like a dog leg move to here, and I could see the runway. So if I couldn't see the runway and if I knew I'd messed up completely, I wonder if the missed approach would have been different. 10 right. Yeah, so the missed approach would have been different. So I would have had to have done it manually to fly it properly. So that would have been a hassle, but That's why you just gotta double check yourself. And I don't mind uploading this to my YouTube as a mistake because it shows that even those of us that do this a whole lot can still make mistakes. So never fret when you make a mistake. That's part of the learning process. I can almost guarantee you, not completely, but almost guarantee you that I won't make this mistake again anytime soon. I'll be double checking my work. I think where I got me is when I was planning an ILS on 10 right because 10 right is the only one that has the Cat 3. Yeah, 10 left is not a Cat 3, so I wanted the RNAV 10 left in the ILS 10 right, so I ended up putting, I guess, both of them 10 right in there, but it's alright. Best landing ever, right on the 1,000-foot marker, right in the touchdown area. Can't complain about that. It's a good flight except for that little mistake, but I briefed and missed, so I would have known to make that left turn. Anyway, if you guys like the flight, please hit the thumbs up and like and subscribe to the channel. And if you do subscribe, click on the bell and then the drop down will give you the option to select all. That way you'll be alerted every time I upload a new video. So y'all take care. See you next recording.